Yo, 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 what's popping with the people? What's good? It's only 11 people in here. It's kind of weak. Y'all see, this is when real football starts, Dave. And now we know who's in for the ride and who's not. Cause it's only 14 people, bro. But anyway, before we get into that, we gotta go through the particulars, Dave. How was your week? How was your weekend? And all that good stuff.
It was good, man. Like I have to do a leadership brief for my job on Friday. So I had to gather up. I had to go through the archives and find pictures and videos of stuff that I did. And what I've learned so far is that I didn't take too many pictures, much of anything. I definitely didn't take a lot of pictures while I was in college. That's one. The second thing I learned was I didn't have too many pictures for work, which is fine, but I still made it work for what it was. So I pretty much did that this weekend and watched the bowl. What about you, man?
Yeah, man, I was just chilling. I was on call this weekend for work, so I was just chilling, man. I didn't do much. Watched the Super Bowl. Good, nice, solid game. I ain't mad at the game. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Matter of fact, we could get to it right now. Hold on, we could get to it right now. Let's see. Give me 1 second. 1 second, so I can get it cracking. All right. So the Chiefs get the dub, 31-20 over the San Francisco 49ers. Huge shout out to Andy Reid. I think he was like the coach with the most wins without a Super Bowl, some crazy stat like that. All his pupils was out here getting these dubs and getting these Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowls. Meanwhile, he's struggling to get one, and he finally got one. So I was real happy to see Andy Reid get one. And shout out to Eric Bieniemy as well, who and Rob Sela, both of them, man, both of them, especially Eric Bieniemy. Both of them dudes is going back to their regular jobs. Meanwhile, one wins the Super Bowl, one's in the Super Bowl, has a Super Bowl appearance, and neither one of them have a head coaching job. Dave, I know you're a huge fan of Eric B. What's your thoughts, man?
You're gonna regret not hiring him. I can
Yeah,
tell you that right now.
yeah. And listen,
Because it is funny because even Andy Reid said something to the effect a few weeks back when all the head coaching vacancies filled up. He was like, "Well, at least I get to keep Eric B for another year,
yeah, it's
so
unfortunate,
they could
man.
do this again."
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I definitely thought, I was on the wait and see train with Eric Bieniemy, and then as things started coming out, about him being a little bit more active in the play calling, and because I didn't know much about him. I know he was hot prospect last year. He got hella interviews. I don't think he got as many interviews this year as he did the year prior, which is crazy. And just it's obvious. I mean, it's painfully obvious. You got guys out here. You got Nagy. You got Peterman. Both of them come from this. I don't understand how both. Well, I do, but I don't understand how both of them can get a job. And this man is literally doing the same thing that they did, but has a Super Bowl victory on his belt now, and can't get a job. That's just asinine to me, and it
You
makes
know what the
it
other
makes no
difference is
sense.
too?
Go ahead.
The other two didn't call plays. This one did.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Okay.
man. Yeah, I
What do
mean,
I know?
even if he didn't, even if he didn't
Yeah,
call
yeah. Even
plays,
if he didn't, he should have
that's
gotten the
yeah, that's
opportunity.
like irrelevant at this point whether he called plays or not. The fact that he came from that tree. I mean, Andy Reid coaching tree is crazy. Like, and I'm just
Rivera was from that tree.
Rivera is from that tree. It's a lot of guys from that tree, man. That tree is crazy, bruh. As far as Super Bowl appearances, Super Bowl
It's a
victories,
Yeah, it's better. It's a better tree than Belichick's tree.
yeah, yeah,
It is. It's
yeah,
like nobody wants to talk about it because Bill got six and he earned that six. He got two as a coordinator. But the reality is, it's better than Bill's tree. It's
yeah.
better than Bill Belichick's tree
But
because
just
he trains his guys. He gets them ready to be a head coach.
yeah, and it's just as a guy with the dog and no fight. I didn't have a fight in this. I didn't have a dog in this fight, right? So it was just good to watch the game and chill. And I was pulling for Andy Reid a bit. I didn't. I don't not a fan of either team, but Andy Reid, in order for him to go through and persevere and go through all these years and years and years of getting there, getting close, and just not getting a victory. I'm just happy to see him get a dub. I mean, if there's such thing as a moral victory for Andy Reid, I'm happy for him. Happy for him. But
Well, the crazy thing is, like, people were down whether or not the guy was a Hall of Fame coach.
nah, he's definitely Hall of Fame for sure. I mean, this.
Now,
I
like,
mean, even.
he was before this.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Especially if you
Yeah,
get.
he's been to
Do you get
5 conference
credit?
championship
Do
games.
you get credit for your coaching tree as a? You should as a Hall of Fame. You should get credit for that, right? Like you help
You
these
would
dudes.
think.
I mean, I think that should be a part of the criteria. I mean, I'm no voter, but I would think that would be part of the criteria. Like, yo, you uh assisted all these guys get jobs. Like, you've taught all of them what they know for the most part, and so you should be able to get credit for that. But anyway, um, but yeah, any more thoughts on it? So it's just funny. As I was watching this, and I was gonna do this for either team, whichever one came away with the victory, and we could still do it for the 49ers. But I was immediately, as soon as the 49ers won, excuse me, as soon as the Chiefs won, I went immediately and saw how their roster was constructed. Like, what did Andy Reid do? What did they do as an organization? Because it's a copycat league, right? So what did they do to kind of build their roster? And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. I mean, today is literally day one of the off season, and so I want to start going through the process of predicting what's going to happen, what I think is a good move, what I think is a bad move, and so I started and I looked up what did the Chiefs do to get here, right? So Andy Reid, he took over in 2013, right?
Yep.
Um, and 16 of the 53 man rosters came from the draft. 16 of the 53. So guys like Kelsey, Eric Fisher, Pat Mahomes,
Mahomes.
Tyreek Hill, Chris Jones. Like, you talking elite. Chris Jones is elite, bro. Like, this dude is a monster, man. Chris Jones is a monster. Tyreek Hill, electric. Patrick Mahomes, you talking about franchise quarterback. Kelsey, elite tight end. Eric Fisher, come on, man.
Nah,
Like,
he ain't that good.
I mean,
Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
saying, but he's a part of. I mean, he's a part of that line. I mean, they took him
He
to
was
one over
part of
line.
he was part of the
They
draft because he was
took
like a number one pick, wasn't
took
he?
him
A
one
top two pick.
overall. I think it was one overall. One
Yeah, he
overall.
went one overall.
Yeah.
I just know he was doing his best Mike Remus impression through most of that game yesterday.
Hey, listen, that's why you
He,
got to get a quarterback with some legs, cause Mahomes was out of there. Mahomes escaped the pocket a couple of times. He was
yeah,
out
I
of
don't
there.
think people give Mahomes enough credit on how good he is at getting out that pocket, man.
Yeah.
He's a thrower first, but he got some legs, man. And by the way, if y'all haven't seen it, I highly recommend. There was a somebody, I guess Frank Caliendo did a Madden and Pat Summerall call of that 31-yard touchdown he got against the Titans. Hilarious. With him being Madden and Pat Summerall, I was in stitches. You got to look it up. I'll post it if I can find it again. I'll post it.
So just to continue with that theme, so we got 16 of the 53 men of the 53 man roster was drafted. Four of the players were undrafted free agents. So Damian Williams was no, excuse me, I'm sorry, he was not. Alex Brown was an undrafted free agent. Um, and then you got some of the guys that were signed as free agents. Guys like Sammy Watkins, LaShawn McCoy contributed throughout the season, but Damian Williams was the man. And you saw what he did in the game. Um, they got Tyrann Mathieu. A lot of these guys were brought in. It seems like they built the roster over time, and then it was like, okay, this is the year, and they got a lot of free agents this year. Like, I don't, there was a lot.
Well, because they were so close last year. People
That's
forget how
my
close they
point.
were last year.
That's my point, Dave. So it's a process, right? So the Chiefs played it about as well as you can play it from a roster building standpoint, bro. They got close. They got close last year, and then they went all in. You cannot be timid, bro. They went all in. Look at what they did this year. So they brought in Tyrann Mathieu, Rashad Breeland, LaShawn. This is just some of the bigger names: LaShawn McCoy, Morris Claiborne, um, Spencer Ware, who they brought back, Alex Brown, Frank Clark off of a trade, Terrell Suggs off of wires, the waiver wire, and Deron Lee they got via trade. So they as soon as they got close, they attacked it. They attacked it, and again, they did very well in the draft. Look at you got look guys like Miko Hardman, Uh, Kalen Sanders, who
They drafted McCall.
they
The
drafted
crazy
very
thing
well.
about McCall, they drafted him because they thought they might potentially lose Tyreek.
Tyreek, yep. They thought they were gonna lose Tyreek.
They
That's a
thought they were gonna
fact.
lose Tyreek.
That's a fact. And then so then they got Darwin Thompson, 6th round. They drafted running backs pretty much every year for the most part. They drafted Darwin Thompson this year, Damian Williams last year. No, he was signed a free agent. Excuse me. Um, the way this is written is a little confusing. Sorry. Um, but yeah, they drafted well, man. Added Harrison Butker. Shout out to Harrison Butker. Forgot about him. He got that ring. Can't I mean
I'm
they
still
they
mad
made a
about
lot
that.
of
You
good
know that.
moves, man. They made a lot of good moves. And listen, this is what you do. Look at the blueprint, Dave. With Mahomes on that rookie deal, you're able to do things like this. And this just keep this in mind when we get into discussion later on. When you got an elite quarterback playing like this on a rookie deal, it allows you to make these moves. It allows you to go out and sign the free agents. If they don't have 30, 40 million tied up in a quarterback, and so they're good. They're good.
They're
Uh,
gonna have it tied up in a couple of years though.
oh yeah, it's
But they
gonna
got their
happen.
ring, so they
But
know
they
they
got a
talking
ring.
small.
They got a ring. Yeah, they got a ring at this point. And
And they could potentially get another one next year.
not only that, it's like yo, you when you got guys like that playing, when you got a Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna attract guys. You think Terrell Suggs? Well, he's acquired off waivers, but you think guys like Frank Clark, all these guys, they gotta come there. Tyrann Mathieu, all those guys gotta make that decision to come play for the Chiefs, and Mahomes gave them that reason to come. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just keep that in mind. It's a copycat league. Listen, same thing happened with Russell Wilson when they were able to get that W off the rookie deal. It's that's how it's got to happen. It's got to happen when you have to have an elite. You got to find an elite quarterback and win within the first within that contract, within that rookie contract. That's the easiest way
And
to.
people and remember, Mahomes sat for the majority of the first year.
He did
Folks didn't
exactly,
see folks didn't see
exactly,
Mahomes to the last week of the season, and
exactly,
what folks saw was, damn, this guy's gonna be really good.
exactly.
Because people forgot that Week 17 game, he balled. He balled on the week that Alex Smith rests. He balled. I'm like, oh yeah, Alex out the paint. This dude out here slinging it. He out the paint. So
They did a lot. They got a lot of trades. I'm looking at what they did. Look at all these trades, bro. All these trades that they got. Just going back over the last couple of years. I ain't now that's something you don't really see too often. But they got Reggie Ragland. They acquired in a trade with Buffalo. They got Cam Irving, who they acquired from Cleveland, offensive lineman, starting guard. Shout out Florida State. Um, they got who else did they get in a trade? Okay, Kendall Fuller. They got him in a trade. Uh, Travaris Ward got in a trade from Dallas. Jordan Lucas trade from Miami. Austin Riddier trade from Cleveland. Uh, let's see who else. Um, Deron Lee trade with the Jets. Frank Clark trade with Seattle. Like these are guys they got over 3 years that they went out and got these guys, man. Lot of movement, bro. So I don't know, man.
you know the other reason why I wanted Eric Bieniemy, he
But
helped groom Mahomes, man.
yeah,
He helped groom Mahomes. Like, I want to give Rule a fair shake. I really do. But seeing stuff like this is making it hard.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Because, like, and I know we're probably going to get into the debate about will Cam stay or go,
Oh
but,
yeah, that's happening.
so, like,
Yeah.
you got to wonder. You got to wonder, man. That's right, Marcus. Matt Moore has a ring, but Tony Romo doesn't. But the thing is, Matt Moore earned that ring.
He
He
did
played during
kind
the
of. He
season.
he definitely got the dubs, didn't he? Didn't he get a couple dubs? Shit, he helped them get there. He contributed.
Yeah. Mahomes had a partial Madden curse during the year. He came back and was like, F this Madden curse. We about to finish this.
See, so
His
now,
kneecap went out. I
yeah.
was like, oof.
Hey, Brad, I feel you, bro. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But because Brad says in the chat, I hate to say it, but we need a new franchise quarterback. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about
We
the
might not have a
implications.
choice in it anyway, bro.
We're gonna
So
talk.
just
We're gonna talk about that. But I just wanted y'all to see how the it's important that you see what other teams are doing, because that's how you build a team. Like they built over time, bro. Like and not to mention, I forgot to say this. The only team or the only guy on the roster from the previous coaching regime, was their punter Dustin Colquitt. Everything else is Andy Reid and company. He built that team.
Jesus.
Yes, from 2013 to 2019, this team is built by Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Like that. This is the epitome of building a roster and letting the. I know they went through a couple GMs, but letting the guys, giving the guys time to build the roster. So it takes time, and if you stick to it, you commit, you have a plan, and if you execute it and you draft well, listen, they didn't knock every pick out the park. They didn't. They did knock every pick out the park, but they hit on some huge ones. I mean, getting Travis Kelce in the third round, crazy. Um, getting
They did trade up. They had to give up a lot to trade up to get Mahomes.
I'm saying get Mahomes where they got him, because yeah, they did not have a pick. They didn't have a first or second round pick in 2018, and they still were able to add some guys. So
Yeah.
they got Patrick Mahomes in the first round. Uh,
People were critical. I remember when people were critical of them taking Mahomes
fam,
that high.
Tyreek Hill in the fifth round, bro. I mean, like when you draft like that, Chris Jones second round. Like when you knocking those out the park like that, bro. Like it's it's out of the. You knock it out the park, bro. And they knocked it out the park. And again, they did not hit on every single pick, and they took a risk trading up to get Mahomes, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It worked
They
out
wanted to
for
get
them.
their guy.
They got their guy.
Yep.
But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, man. We'll talk about it as it pertains to us and how we can kind of replicate that, because it's important. It's important. 2013, they got Eric Fisher in the first round.
No. Marcus was asking when was the last time Carolina's had a draft like that.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, listen, you have to draft. You can't. It's good to knock out the first round pick every time, Herney. It's good that you're doing that. But the second, the third, the fourth round pick, some of these guys got to hit, and that's what happened with the Chiefs. They hit on some
Well, I
guys.
mean, Hurney has hit in the later rounds before.
Give me an
He just
example.
doesn't do it consistently.
That I mean, yeah,
But it's hard. Like it's
it
hard.
is
It's
hard.
hard to hit
It
it
is
consistent.
hard.
It's hard.
It is
No,
hard
it's hard.
for sure.
You
It's
know,
hard.
it's not.
The draft,
Belichick
especially
can't do it, dude.
the draft, especially once you get out the first round, is a crap. It's an ultimate crapshoot. You can prepare, but it's a crapshoot at the end of the day. You gonna hit, you gonna swing, you gonna miss, and that is what it is. I mean, but it is hard. It's difficult. It's not easy.
Oh, it's hard.
It's
It is
not easy.
hard.
But anyway, that's enough about the Chiefs, man. Shout out to the Chiefs. Congratulations to Patrick Mahomes. Shout out to the Chiefs. It's been a long time for them, since 1950.
70.
That was 1950.
Now it's 50 years.
Oh, 50 years. My bad. You're right.
1970.
1970. My bad. Thanks for the correction, Dave.
I'm here to help, man.
I appreciate it. But yeah, 50 years since they did it. That's crazy, insane. I couldn't.
Matt Hardy was great.
I only
He
know
was a
one.
good MMA fighter.
I only know one Chiefs fan for real.
I know.
Shout out to Mark.
Two.
Shout out to Mark. I know some wannabes, but I only know one true Chiefs fan. That's Mark. Shout out to Mark, man.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to my boy DJ. He's like he was a cold-blooded Chiefs. Even a Chiefs fan since he was a kid. So he been waiting a long time for. He literally been waiting his life for this one. And then my boy Will, he was more of he was a Chiefs and an Eagles fan, so he was like a tweener. But I'll give him some credit. It's better than. But he was a big Andy Reid fan, so I know he was happy for him. So
All right, so let's move on. Oh, go ahead. It was you good, Dave? My bad.
no, I'm
Let
good.
me cut you off. All right, my fault. Let's move on. Let's get to some Panthers related news real quick. We didn't talk about this last week, so I wanted to talk about it. Dave, the bunker seats is going in Bank of America. I'm sure you
Mm.
heard the renovations going on. They got Catman His son moving to the other side of the field because they had to buy him out. It's crazy. It's crazy. So what's happening is, if you didn't know, I'm sure everybody that's watching this podcast knows that the Panthers are doing some renovations. Tepper, he's going to renovate the stadium to be more conducive to the soccer team, including like locker room renovations, things like that. But included in that, they're gonna install. Uh, they removed those 900 seats. So if you look in the picture, they took out 900 seats, and they're going to replace those with 14 bunker suites, which will combine lower level seating with premium amenities. Each will carry the capacity of 12 people. Dave, one day we're going to do a Panther Nation podcast meetup in the bunker suite, Dave.
Must be with you,
In
businessman.
in the bunker suite, bro.
We're gonna be
We
like, oh, I'll be 60.
we gonna be in the bunker suite, bro. I'm saying it now. We're gonna pull this up. Whenever it happens, we're gonna pull this up and talk
Yo,
about
this
it.
is hilarious. Yo, I think it's dope. I think it's dope. I feel for the fans.
Yeah, no. So
Um,
feeling for the fans. Let me talk. Well, just let me talk about the amenities, Dave. So the suite will feature all-inclusive food and drink options, as well as different ways to experience game days. Um, they're not disclosing the price information, but it'll come out soon. Let's see. I was trying to read what they did with the people, because some of the people had to get moved around. So it says the people most affected by the Bank of America Stadium upgrades are the PSL owners. I think there was about 350 PSL owners who have been displaced. So I think they got the option to move. Let me know if you're a PSL owner, you watching this. But I think they got an option to move their seat to any available lower level seat in the PSL location without any additional PSL costs. So any available PSL in the lower level, they got to move to it, which could be an upgrade because those are end zone seats. You can move to another PSL on the lower level if that's how it worked. I don't know. Um, and then I think they were paying the other, I guess, perk. It's not really a perk, but they were offering 125% of the original price of what you paid for. So that's not market value of what PSL owners pay. So some of them people got screwed if they didn't get a good seat in return. But yeah, so shout out to Catman. His son had to move their seat. They had to move to the opposite side of the field. So I think they're keeping him down there. It's just going to the opposite side.
so I wonder now. Well, I I can't tell because that was an end zone. That was an end zone area, but I can't tell if that's a space that I can work occupy. And now since they're gonna put suites there, that means cats are gonna be able to get footballs no more.
Yeah, yeah. No more Sunday giveaways. No more
Unless you
Sunday
go on the other
giveaways.
end. Unless you score on the
Yes.
other end.
Yeah, score on the other end. That's it. But yeah, man. So
So like on Twitter, I'm gonna tell you what, man. On Twitter, man, they made a big deal about
they
this because
did.
they felt like that the PSL, there's a lot of PSL owners that were not happy about this one.
Yeah, and what's crazy is, even if you decide to move to another lower level seat, the PS for the PSL, you still gotta pay for them tickets. So your tickets might have been cheaper in that end zone. You move to a 50-yard line lower level PSL. You paying like what, 3-4 thousand dollars for season tickets. So some of the people got screwed. For sure, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, and only to pay them 125% of the original price, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I
Yeah,
can't imagine what the original price was. It's probably nothing.
cause but the thing is, if they've had it since the beginning,
That's what I'm saying.
it
If
ain't much. But if you just got it recently,
no, but I don't think that counts for market value. I think it's the original price, like aftermarket value.
well, if
Excuse
you
me.
buy, but after you buy it, like it's got to be from when you paid for it, not like
I
market.
don't
No,
know. That's
what
a
you
good
paid
question.
for it.
That's a good question.
No, like let's say
I feel
some
you.
new PSL owner bought the end zone joint last year because they were calling me a lot.
Yeah,
It's like,
they
yo, you
were.
into PSLs?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, man, I don't live there. So like if imagine if say, yeah, let me get this end zone seat popping in the middle of these two eyes right here. Then all of a sudden my seat gets yanked.
Yeah.
They talking about, oh, we're gonna give you 125% of 95 prices.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna fight.
I don't know. That's a nuance that I don't know. I don't own PSL, so I don't know. But somebody with a PSL comment and let us know what's up. I know Jameek has a PSL, but his is upper level. I don't know if he.
He's lucky. He
Yeah,
dodged the bullet.
yeah, for
Cause you
sure.
know them seats are gonna be a grip. Like them suites ain't gonna be cheap.
Yeah, we get one day. Not I'm just for one game. We just go to one game, sit down there, one game.
I'll do a game.
That's one. I
Now
ain't say
Waddle
we was
might
gonna
not do a
own
game,
one.
but I'll
I
do a
ain't Dave.
game.
I didn't say we was gonna own one. I'm just saying we gonna go. We gonna do one game in the suite, bro.
Well, they mainly did it for soccer.
Yeah. That
They
was
mainly did it for soccer.
that was part of it.
You know,
But
because
I,
most
I think they're doing some other crazy things too, like in the locker rooms. Like you're gonna be able to like see the players walk out from the suite. Like you'll be able to. It's some crazy stuff that they're doing. It's a lot of upgrades that they're doing. But it's just crazy to me because why not pocket that money and like if you say you're gonna do another stadium in 10 years, like it doesn't make any sense for you to keep pumping money into this stadium. If you,
but the thing is, 10 years is a long time, bro. They still got to find an area for that stadium. They got to figure that out. They got to
I don't
blow it
know.
up. They got to build it.
I don't
So
know.
10 years, a decade is a minute. So they got to fix the amenities now. They trying to play soccer in 2 years. Next year, 2021.
Yeah, next
So
year.
like they gotta do the renovations now.
Yeah,
They ain't
but
got time.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. It sucks for the PSL owners that got displaced. But shout out to y'all. But that's all I got for the new. We didn't talk about that last week. I want to make sure we touched on that. Um,
Yeah.
but all right, let's move on. Let's move on. Greg Olsen, Dave. The Panthers and Greg Olsen have mutually parted ways. Uh, what are your thoughts on this, Dave?
He didn't want to see no more rebuild.
Nah, he definitely did.
He's trying to get this ring for himself, man.
Well, I don't even know if it's that because the two teams that's interested is
The
Washington and the Bills. I don't know if those are.
well, Bills is closer than Washington.
It depends what happened with Brady. It depends what
Nah, they're
it
still close.
it
They're still a playoff team without him.
yeah it
Whether Brady shows up or not. If Brady's there, they win the division. If Brady's there, they're second in the wild card spot. If Brady isn't there, they win the division, and it's not really close.
yeah.
So, you know, now Washington could win the division off spite, but it's the odds are very low.
Nah, I think the Cowboys if McCarthy can just halfway coach that team, they'll be fine.
I mean, first thing
The Cowboys will
he's
be
got to get
fine.
along with Dak.
That's true because I
They're
think
gonna franchise tag
they're
Dak. It
talking
looks
about
like
franchise tagging that. Yep, yep.
so. They gotta. But yeah, man, Olsen don't want to be part of a rebuild, man.
It's just weird. It's just weird. I get it. Greg is Greg is contemplating his options right now. He's got the commentary on XFL coming up, and he
He did
hasn't.
Super Bowl coverage this weekend too.
Yeah, he hasn't
He was.
come. Go ahead, Dave.
I said he did Super Bowl coverage this weekend for Fox.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and he hasn't completely said that he was gonna retire. He's weighing his options. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna see how this XFL commentary goes, and see if he can get comfortable. And he's done a couple trial runs. We know that, but it's the week to week grind is different from doing it on a one off. So I think he wants to see if it fills out. But there's really no point in this man coming back to play. Like I get it, the passion, desire to play. That's one thing. But listen, you're not gonna catch Shannon Sharp. You're like, I think like 1,500 yards behind Shannon Sharp to move up to number 4 on the all-time tight end receiving list. So you're not gonna catch unless you just go completely ham. You're not gonna catch and play another 2 years potentially. You're not gonna catch Shannon Sharp. Um, and I mean, if you want to get a ring, the two teams that are currently vying for your situation they're not good. I mean, they're not gonna be Super Bowl contenders next year.
Buffalo
They're not gonna be Super Bowl
could.
contenders. No, they're not gonna be Super Bowl contenders. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, they're not gonna be in Super. Neither one of those teams will be playing Super Bowl next year. All right, let's just keep it a buck.
If I had to bet on one, I'll pick Buffalo.
Okay, but they're not. So I would get it if he like went to the Patriots or something like that. I would be like, all
And
right,
they're not either.
they're not either, but I agree. I agree, and then depends what happened with Tom. But I would,
No, they still would. If they pay Tom, they're not. They ain't got it, dude. Tom will get killed. Tom Smarty will get out of there. Then the Patriots can draft a quarterback and face the problem.
yeah, I think yes.
Seattle will be interesting.
Seattle would be a good option. Like I could see that if you go to one of those teams, I get it, but I wouldn't waste my time going back. I wouldn't go play for neither one of them teams. Um,
But the thing is, like, I think the XFL gig for him is probably his trial for the bigger ones like Monday Night Football, CBS. I think he's probably trying to wait and see where Tony Romo is going to fall and see if he can get the gig that Tony doesn't get.
yeah,
Because there's talks that Tony might move to Monday Night Football, and that leaves an opening for CBS. So if
yeah,
he
man,
shows out in Fox, he might have an opportunity to be on the main slate.
man.
And he probably could potentially do it for Fox too.
But listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been trying to retire Greg for the past 2 or 3 years. I just been talking about it. He just he was healthy this year, uh, but it just didn't seem right, and obviously due to the quarterback that didn't help. But Greg has done one. He man, that Cam and Greg connection was awesome. The 3 consecutive 1,000 yard receiving years is insane. He will be going in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame tight end. If you look at his numbers, he's up there like top five in pretty much most statistical categories for tight ends. Um, so he's had a great career. It just sucks that one he got injured. That foot injury really hurt him. I think he would have definitely passed. He would have definitely passed
Shannon
Shannon
Sharp,
Sharp, and he would
if
have
he didn't
been.
get the foot injury.
He probably would have probably moved up to probably 2 or 3, probably 3. Probably would have got the 3. I think he's at like 1,700 or something like that. Y'all, I had it up earlier, and then I think the next up was like 19. He would have caught him. He would have caught number 3, had he not got injured, and had Cam not got injured. So it's just a lot of funny stuff going on with the injuries, a lot of fluke stuff. Um, I just wish he would have never ended like this. I wish he could have got a ring. But Greg is such a great player, man. I think excuse me, Cam owes a lot of his success to Greg. I mean, you saw how emotional Cam was in the little drunk interview he had outside that restaurant, uh, and how much Greg meant to. I think Greg Olsen's so smart in that huddle. He's such. I think somebody else said. I think he's such an intellectual player. Like you could tell when Greg Olsen was down, you could tell something wasn't right in the offense. Something wasn't right. I think he was so important to Cam's development, um, and it just sucks to see him go out like this. And I get it from his perspective. He don't want to be a part of a rebuild. I don't blame him. I don't blame Luke. I don't blame anybody from walking away, uh, for walking away from this, because this is it's a messy situation right now for the Panthers. And uh, any Panther great right now, I don't blame you for walking away from the game, from the Panthers. Excuse me. And then it's funny, I didn't put this up here, but that all or nothing slide, the all or nothing pick that had what it had Ryan Khalil,
Charles
Charles
Johnson,
Johnson, Cam, Greg, Luke. It was who I think Peppers was up there
Thomas
too.
Davis.
Thomas Davis. All them dudes are gone except for Cam. So it's like we're almost to nothing, like literally. It's not all or nothing. It's like nothing right now,
It's just
potentially.
Cam.
But he could be out too potentially.
Or
So
Cam made a recent comment saying he wanted to stay.
he want. I get that, and we'll hold that thought. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, I want to dedicate this time to Greg Olsen. But yeah, man, shout out to Greg, hell of a player, man. I just hope or wish he would have never got injured, and we would have been him and Cam, both of them, because that connection was crazy. And he just gets so open. I came up here and I say it all the time. I'll never understand. I'll never understand how this dude got so wide open all the time. And again, he not the fastest dude. He not the biggest. He not the tallest. But the dude always stayed open. It's like it was
He
crazy.
knew where to go,
He knew
man.
where to go, man. Such a smart player, man. We're gonna miss him a lot. Hopefully, Ian Thomas got a couple nuggets from him. Pause. Um, You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But shout out to Greg Olsen, man. I wish you luck. I think he's gonna be a great commentator whenever he gets to that point. I hope he gets
I'm
to
hoping.
this.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's this year,
Yeah,
man.
me too. I'm hoping he gets there. I was just about to say that. I hope he gets there sooner rather than later. Um, but yeah, I agree with you. That's a good point about him waiting on Tony Romo, see where he's gonna go. That's a good
Yeah,
point. It's a good point.
because like if Romo shifts, even though they're still open for Monday Night Football, they haven't replaced. They want to change up Monday Night Football, so I mean he could potentially get that. So I think he's got and that would probably be the one because A it'd probably be cheaper for ABC and B XFL has two television partners, ESPN and Fox.
Yeah,
So you could see them getting one of them
yeah, for sure,
potentially.
for sure. All right, man. Shout out to Greg, man. Best of luck at all your future endeavors. It's crazy, man. We just
But
this is
he'll probably be a June 1st cut.
all these dudes. Nah, there's no such thing, Dave. No such thing as June 1st anymore. I learned that too. Yeah, no such thing. You can't divide that money anymore. A cut is a cut, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that in just a second. Uh, but anyway, shout out to Greg. I appreciate you. And let's move on. All right. So Dave, the official head coaching staff has been announced, and there's a couple guys up here that we did not go over during our 2 week, coaching staff review. Marcus Satterfield, he was one of them we didn't talk about, but he came from Baylor. He's a Baylor guy. To no one's surprise, he's a Baylor guy. Um, I think everybody else from the offensive perspective, we talked about everybody else on this list. So as you can see on the offensive side of the ball, there's a lot of NFL guys. A lot of NFL guys on the offensive side of the ball. So you got one, two, three, four, five, six offensive guys. To one, two, yeah, two college guys. Joe Brady being the big one. Obviously, that's a big position to be in for a college guy, but he's got some NFL experienced assistants, so hopefully that'll help him out. Um, but yeah, we went over everybody else. So
Got the
Marcus,
assistant to the head coach's college, the coaching assistant is college, and
yep,
the strength and conditioning coach is college.
yep. And EJ Barthel, he's gonna be like some offensive coaching assistant. So, but yeah, so these are the official titles from the website and the official guys. So, all right. So that's the offensive side, and then this is the defensive side. There's one guy we didn't talk about on the defensive side of the ball. That's Grant Udinski, Ud- Ud-
Well, let
Udinsky,
me wait till it pops
Udinsky,
up.
Udinsky. Grant Udinsky.
Grant, oh,
I
Grant
got it.
Udinski, yeah.
I got it. Grant Udinsky, college guy. He's gonna be a coaching assistant. Um, I don't have his bio in front of me. Oh, two guys
Much
with
more college on the defensive side of the
a
ball,
lot of
man.
college dudes on the defensive side of the ball. That's a
Yo,
fact. It's a whole lot of college dudes on the defensive side of the ball. Phil, so you got one, two, three, four, five, six college.
seven,
Well,
seven.
I didn't count the
I didn't count special teams.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't count
six.
this.
That is a
Yeah,
lot, man.
six to three NFL
Oh,
guys.
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Which is, I thought it would have been opposite, man. I thought you would have brought more college dudes from the offensive side of the ball.
Yes,
And then
that's rational. But
yeah,
then again, I thought you would hire an offensive coordinator that
correct,
came from the Andy Reid system
correct.
because that's rational.
That is
But
rational. Yeah,
but he wanted somebody different, right? He
yeah,
wanted somebody different. He wanted somebody that's gonna, do analytics. You know, get the analytical on. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting it. He gonna get it, and we're gonna ride through this and see how this goes. Hopefully our mascot doesn't change to the Bears.
yeah. I don't know, man. Wade's still out
Yeah,
there.
Slim's right. He
Wait,
did say that.
what? What?
When they asked Tepper, and I think they asked Tepper why rule, and he said, well, he looks like me, he thinks like me. You know,
He
I,
he
I,
did
I know, like
he
when you
did say
say
that.
stuff like that,
He did say
it
that. He did
it
say
doesn't
that.
help.
He did say that. I remember him saying that.
Yeah, Bomani, and Dominique Fossworth did a podcast going back and forth about it, and it was like, and Foss was like, "That's the problem right there." It's like, and I don't think he knows it, but I don't care if he knows it or not. But that's the problem right there, and that's why some African Americans get opportunity. But I hope it works out. I'm a Panthers fan. I want us to succeed.
And listen, that's a very good point, Dave. I want to be clear. We want this to work out. We can be critical and supportive at the same time. We have to do our we have to fulfill our journalistic duty to be critical. Like nobody wanted any. I didn't want Rule. I didn't. I'm
No, I
cool.
did not want a college coach.
I get the Joe Brady signing, but I don't. I get it. He's got some NFL experience, and he came under Sean Payton. He's a hot name. My only criticism of that is that if he's really good, he's gonna be gone in 2 or 3 years. Somebody's gonna
That's a
hire him.
fact.
He's got somebody, and that's why I wanted an offensive minded guy because you lock him in a head coach, nobody's gonna take him, and he can build. You can build through it. Now, if even best case scenario, even extreme best case scenario, he works out, and our offense is leading the league in
He'll
points
get a job.
scored,
He'll get a
he'll get a
job.
job
He'll get a
somewhere.
job before Eric B.
Facts. Just like that.
He'll get a job before Eric B.
Just like that.
And then everybody be like, "Really?" And we're like, "Well,
The
yeah."
only the only way and again I said this before and I won't spend too much time because I said a lot of this already, but the only way he won't leave is if Tepper gave him the ultimate bag. Like if he has a bag that's the biggest bag, like he'll stay because it won't be worth it for him to leave no matter what unless he just wants to build a program. He wants to
But for
be a
him to but
head
for him
coach.
to get the ultimate bag means they're paying him what some head coaches make.
Hell, Dave, they paid Rule though.
Man,
Look what they
listen.
paid Rule. Imagine what Joe Brady's and I don't think we'll never know. I don't think it's public knowledge. I don't know if
If
they release.
we're gonna, no, it'll come out someday.
Dog,
It'll be years down. It'll come out someday because they always do. Some guy like some media guy, Bill Simmons, somebody gonna find a source, and it's gonna come out about how much these coaches are making.
and they
But
asked
I'll
him.
tell you what, I'm gonna be like, yo, if this guy makes more than Rivera as a head coach, I'm like, because dude, like that's ridiculous. But like you said, if he got the freaking ultra bag with the star man and like unlimited money and all that hoopla, you're
all
right,
the
he ain't
all
going
the
nowhere.
coins, all the Mario coins, they
All the Mario coins,
yo, he got all the Hey, listen,
playing all the gold stages.
he not that's the thing though. We don't know that and they asked him, Dave. They asked him when he first got here. That's the first question they asked
Did not want to talk
and he
about
did
it.
not want to talk about it. So you
That
know it's a
bag,
bag. You know it's a bag. We just don't know how big the
that dude
bag
got the
is.
Brock Lesnar contract.
We just don't know how much it is. We don't know how much it is. But
He
anyway,
gets paid per appearance, man.
facts. But we'll see what happens with that. Again, I'm skeptical that even in the best case scenario, this dude's gonna get offered a job. He's gonna be out. So I don't know. I'm concerned about that. That's why I wanted an offensive guy. All right. So moving on. Those are your head coaches. Excuse me, your coaches. That's your coaching staff. And we still waiting on the front office to fill out a little. We only got like one hire in the front office. Um,
We're not getting Andrew Berry.
no, we're not getting him. Nah, he signed with the Browns.
He
So
he decided to go with Cleveland. Maybe we'll have a chance with him next year.
we'll see what happens. Go Herney, I guess. All right.
Oh, it's gonna be Hurney.
I
Dude,
know
when
that.
they
In the
let Hurney
meantime,
go, we knew it was gonna be Hurney.
yeah, I got you. But all right, so let's
Hurney
move.
helped hire Rule.
He did. He was there. Facts. All right, so let's move on to what needs to happen. Um, this just to give you a quick snapshot of where we sit in the salary cap. This is kind of part one of Shad's plan. Um, I'm not gonna really go. I'm not gonna get into draft picks who we should draft. Excuse me. This is strictly from a salary cap perspective, what we should do, and then kind of strategies moving forward. We're gonna try to build this. This is what I would do to kind of build it out. But I'm not gonna get into too many specifics as far as future. I'm talking about this offseason and then how it impacts maybe 1 or 2 seasons down the road. All right, so just walk with me for a second. Walk with me for a second. All right, so right now, estimated cap space that we have is 25 million. Um, it's not a lot of money. Okay, it's not a lot. I thought I saw the top available cap space right now. I think the Dolphins have it, and they have like 93 million. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Dave, but I think the Dolphins got like 93 million in cap space right now, compared to us
And they don't
at
have to pay,
20
and the players don't have to pay taxes.
at 25. So we at 25. We were able to roll over 9 million from this year uh, to 2020. All right, and that's all being considered, and we're sitting at 25 million. Okay, not a lot of money considering the situation we're in. All right, so and then if you want to count uh, Greg Olsen, so if you include Greg Olsen's releasing, I think that saved us 7 million, or a little over 7 million. So now we're current almost 8 million, but now we're currently at 32 million. So including the Greg Olsen releasing, we are at 32 million in cap space. Still not a lot of money. Um, yes, I think we still are paying speed bump, but the dead cap that that what we have now is pretty much what we're gonna have. I think dead cap for right now is pretty much irrelevant. It doesn't matter, especially for next season. Dead cap is irrelevant. We have to go in this thinking that next season is a lost season, in my opinion. Would you agree, Dave?
Yeah,
Next season
which
is
is unfortunate.
Yeah, next season is done. Okay, next season is a lost season. Okay, so the dead cap really is irrelevant because it's a hard stop. There is no more June 1 cuts. You can no longer defer, which I had to learn this too. I didn't know this, but there is no more June 1 cuts. So whatever you cut, you gotta eat that season. So now is the time to go ahead if you want to get rid of some dead weight because this season is a lost season, or this coming up season is a lost season. Go ahead and cut them and eat it this year so that you're free and clear next year. Does that make sense for everybody? There's no more June 1 cuts. There's no more kicking the can down the road. That's why the contract structure is so important. When you sign a guy, you got to be sure that that's your guy because you can only kick the can so far. All right? Shout out to Trill. Thank you for that. And Miami has 93 million in cap space and a ton of picks. Keep that in mind. They got a ton of picks. They got 2 first round picks. I think 2 top 15, 16 picks. So crazy. All right. So again, this is currently where we stand. 32 million. All right. So we got some work to do, Dave. We got some work to do. All right. So here's what I did. I got us up to about 50, around 50 million. All right. I got rid of Dontari Poe. No need. Graham Gano, you can walk. Jarius Wright, we want a 3 million back. Mike Davis, never saw you. Wish I did. All right. So that saved us, including with the Greg Olsen cut, that saves us around 25 million. So now we're sitting at like 50 million. Okay, 50 million, 50 million. Okay, this is where we are. Getting better. We're getting close. We're getting close, Dave. We're getting close. All right. Then, then we got the big question. What are we gonna do with Sir Newton? What do we do with Sir Newton, Dave? From your perspective and your thought process, keeping an open mind, realizing the situation that we're in, what is your thoughts on Cam Newton?
Mm, trade him.
Talk about it, Dave.
Trade him. I wouldn't release him because you won't get anything for a release.
Mm-mm.
Either you trade him or you let him play out the contract. There's no in between. Now, for the sake of rule, he needs to let him play. He needs to let him play out the contract because if they
Why?
because I don't know like do you see any scenario that rule's gonna get fired after the first year?
No. Hell no. You got a 7 year deal.
So that was rich.
Bro, he's not going anywhere.
0-16. You tell me Tepper ain't gonna. You think Tepper's gonna be able to sit through that?
He he says the process. He's not going
No, I
anywhere.
understand what you look. I understand what he said. I'm asking a question. Like I think he'll get. I think Rule will be fine if they go like 4-12, 5-11,
Mm-mm.
3-13.
Under zero,
I don't know.
there is not a
I don't know.
situation, Dave. There is not a situation you can say that under any circumstances Matt Rule was fired year one. There is no way, zero chance, no chance in hell.
Tepper's rich.
Vince McMahon walk, no chance. Matter of fact, no chance, Dave.
Listen, let me tell you something. You about to be a meme. Let's start there.
No chance.
You about to be a bigger meme than Shakira.
No chance,
But
Dave.
listen,
Zero.
listen. Tepper wants to win too. You can do your little walk all you want, but Tepper wants to win too. Tepper wants to win.
Nah.
He ain't gonna be out here. He ain't gonna be out here trotting out an 0-16 team, fam.
Dog.
But the bottom line is, for rules' sake, you probably need to try to figure out what Cam's got left.
Nah. This is my situation. This is Shad's plan, Dave. You give Cam his workout. Give Cam his workout in March. You have got to trade Cam Newton. You have to. You have to, dude. That first of all, if you trade Cam Newton, that frees up $19 million. $19 million in cap space. Want to know why that's important, Dave? Because if you draft, and listen, we already agreed. We already agreed that next season it's a lost cause. 5-11, 4-11, 4-12, 3-13. It's a lost cause. Next season is not going to be successful under any circumstances. Okay, can we agree on that?
No. Our division's in shambles. Our division's in shambles, dude. Breeze might not come back. Jameis might be playing for somebody else.
So you think there's hope? See, that's
There's
your
always
problem.
hope. No, but dude, if he's our quarterback, there's always hope.
Yeah, but so you're looking at it in the short term vision.
I get that. It is
Dave,
super short term.
when it hit 2020, your vision didn't get clear. You didn't have the 2020 vision.
Dude, I've never had 2020 vision. I've been wearing these glasses since I was 7. So listen. I understand that. Listen, I get it. I understand everyone's like, we're not good, blah, blah, blah. Rule's trying to look. I understand that Rule got his big 7-year deal, but I don't think Rule wants to trot out a 3-13 team either.
Nobody wants to, Dave.
I think the right decision is to trade him. I agree with you. Like, the right call is to trade Cam. I completely agree with you. The right call is to trade Cam. Releasing Cam is not an option.
No, releasing Cam.
Then you lose your comp pick.
Releasing Cam is a terrible. That's a terrible thing to do.
You can't do that.
You cannot release him. You have to trade him. You get some compensation. I don't know what we're gonna get for him. Who knows? Maybe we do get a first round pick.
I know this. I know what we'll get for him if he plays and then walks as a free agent the following year. You know what we'll get?
Nothing.
A 3rd round pick. I know we'll get that.
We're talking about for a comp pick?
For the comp. We'll get that.
But we can get a 3rd round pick in a trade.
We could.
Or better.
Next year.
Probably better.
We could get something better. But that's my point. So I want you guys to understand what the line is. We need to trade him, and we got to get better value than a 3rd round pick. I want a first, but I don't know how realistic it is.
Yeah, I agree. We want a first, but he has to be healthy. Nobody's going to trade. Well, I ain't going to say nobody because anything's possible.
But the thing is, you're not going to trade him for a 3rd round pick because you'll get that 3rd round pick a year later. So there's no point.
No, it's not going to be.
You're going to do it.
It's not going to be one. It's going to be a common. It'll be like a 3rd and like a 5th or something like that, or multiple 3rds. It's not going to be a single third round pick.
And then there's talks that we might look into trading CMC, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree.
He's going to want to get paid.
Listen, I don't hold that thought. You're getting a little ahead of me, Dave. You're getting a little ahead of me.
All right.
All right. So here's where we at. All right. So if follow me, you have to trade Cam. All right. And this is what you have to trade him. Get something for him. Get some picks. And are we not in rebuild mode?
Oh yeah, we're full fledged.
If we're in full fledged rebuild, that means Cam got to go, Dave. And listen, my only concern and here's the caveat with this. My only concern is this: we don't know what a Joe Brady guy looks like. We don't know what a Matt Rule guy looks like. We don't know what a Phil Snow guy look. We don't know what these guys want. So it's not like we can go out and say, "Oh, Dave, shit, we this dude's worked with this dude, this type of guy, this type of guy. So this is what we can anticipate." It's a scary thought because we have no clue what to expect. We don't know what they want. We saw this dude work with Joe Burrow for 1 year. What does that mean? We don't know what they want in guys. They haven't been anywhere long enough to establish a system or a type of guy they want. I don't know what they want. That's the concern about a complete rebuild. Because if you keep Cam around, you know what Cam is. You know what you got.
I mean,
A rebuild would be enemy. We know this dude worked with Patrick Mahomes. We know he got the some sight. He can see. He can scout the guy. Like he has a guy he can work with. Like he knows what to look for. These other guys, we have no clue what they know or what the type of guy they're looking for. Go ahead, Dave. My
so
bad.
how many years you think Cam had left?
What
Like in the league,
in the league?
not just with us, like
I
in the
don't
league.
know. I
Period.
don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I could see him cashing out early. Um, it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
If you think he has 4 years,
No.
you don't think he has 4 years.
No. Go ahead. Finish your question. Answer's
I'm
probably
just
no.
saying, like, do you think he has 4 years?
Probably.
If he does have 4 years, then you got to stay with him.
No. 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 Dave. Do we got to go back? Do we got to go back and look at the Chiefs example?
No, I understand why you want to move him. I think we should trade him. But my point is that if you think that he has 4 years and you're the head coach of the Panthers and you already know what this guy's capable of, this man's been a league MVP, right? You already know what he can do at his peak.
Yeah, but is that the guy we're gonna get? That's the problem. We don't
Because
know.
if you don't, but here's the thing, they're not going to have much of a choice. Well, at least for this year, because if they don't trade, if they can't get the value that they want for him, he's going to be starting next year, and he ain't going to be out there playing to lose.
That's
And
true.
y'all and you and
No,
everybody in here knows
I
that.
know that. That's a fact. It's too competitive.
Everybody in here knows that.
Too competitive
That
for
guy
that.
right there that's on your slide ain't going to be coming into the season trying to lose.
That's a fact.
So if they cannot trade this guy, he's going to do everything he can to get as much wins as possible
And his
in
money.
a division that could potentially be in shambles.
And his money, Dave, because it's a contract year. He's gonna try to get
It is a
paid.
contract year. That
Yeah,
man is not. That man ain't thinking about no damn real rebuild if he's on the roster next year. He gonna roll with what's
that's
there,
that's why he
and then
got.
he'll assess. And if he has a good year, he might want to stick around for it. So if you think he got 4 more years, he's gonna get his 4 years.
And that's why you gotta trade him, Dave. We don't need.
But but the
We
thing
need to.
is, you
Dave,
only got one shot to do this trade.
we need to
You
rebuild
gotta trade
energy.
him now. You can't like if
No,
that
no,
man
no.
comes into.
March. You can wait till March.
But my point is, you gotta trade him before the season's over. So before the season starts. So you gotta trade this man this year.
Yeah,
Because there's no options after this. If that
agreed.
man trots out on the field and he balls,
I agree.
they're gonna pay him.
I agree. 100% agree.
They're gonna pay him.
I agree.
That dude's got bills to pay.
I agree with that.
Literally, he got a feed my family moment going right now.
I agree, Dave. That's why it's important. You got to trade Cam. You got to get picks. Even Christian McCaffrey, I think is nobody safe right now. You have to go complete rebuild mode, and you can trade those guys. So let's just circle back around here. And this is why it's important because you cut Cam or release or trade however trade we're thinking trade. So you get some picks, you get some draft picks, and now you're sitting at close to 70 mil, give or take. There's some discrepancy in the numbers depending on what service you look at. This is Spot Track. The other one I'm going to show you is Over the Cap, and I think Over the Cap might be a little bit more accurate than this one, just because I think the Over the Cap includes Luke's number. But anyway, you're close to 70 million in cap space if you trade Cam Newton because you free up that space. Now this is why it's important because you gotta have a little bit of foresight. Okay. Now you're able to carry over cap space. So let's say we sitting at 70 million. All right, you spend 7 million is typically the average on what you spend on draft picks. So now you're like 60, 62, 60ish. Let's say 60 million. You go out and sign a couple guys, maybe a couple one or two guys. Let's just say we spend 10 million in free agents. Okay, I'm just picking a number out of my ass. So let's say we end up with 50,000 in cap space or 50 million in cap space. Excuse me. We have 50 million in cap space. Now what? That space we're allowed to roll over into next season. So you take that 50 million, roll over to next season. Now you're probably gonna have a top 10 pick. Then you go get your quarterback. Go get your Justin Fields. Go get your Trevor Lawrence. Go get your quarterback. And at that point you can build around your guy. That's what needs to happen. If we keep Cam, if we keep Cam, he balls out like Dave just said, giving that example. He wants to play. He's not going to play on a rebuild. He balls out. Now you got to pay Cam what 35, 40 million potentially. Am I lying per year? So you're going to have to pay him big time. And then there's no room. There's no room. Okay? So
Tell you, man.
So listen, just follow me here. Follow me here, because I'm gonna talk you through the plan. Talk you through the plan. All right. So this is what it looks like. Again, I told you some discrepancy in the numbers. This one gives us 71 million if Cam Newton is cut. So everybody, including those cuts, the Greg Olsen, the Luke is gone, the Poe, the Mike Davis, the Gano, all those cuts gives us 71 million. All right. I said we spend 20 million, including draft picks, couple free agents, blah 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 blah. 50 million, let's say 40 million worst case scenario. You roll that 40 million over. Dave, look at that number. Look at that number where we at in 2021. There aren't
Mm.
that many commitments in 2021. This is why it makes sense. This is why it makes sense, okay? Listen, this is why it makes sense. You sitting at 117 million plus the 40, let's say 40 million 40 or 50 million that you rolled over. Now you were like 170 something million in cap space. And not only that, you don't have many dudes to sign. Let's talk about it, Dave. Let's look at the free agents in 2021. Okay, you talked about Christian McCaffrey. He's a free agent in 2021. Could you trade him, get some draft picks? Potentially, sure. You could do that.
You could tag him.
You
It'd
could
be
tag
cheaper
whatever,
than what you have to
whatever,
pay him.
whatever you want to do, McCaffrey. He's gonna be a free agent in 2021, and he's gonna get a bag from somewhere. Just keep that in your back pocket. All right. So, so you got Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Who else you got, Dave? Curtis Samuel, free agent, 2021. Curtis ain't gonna demand that kind of money. He might get a little bag, but he's not gonna demand crazy money. All right. So who else you got? The only other big name, Dave, Taylor Moton, if you want to keep him around. That's the only other big name. That's it. You got three big names that you need to sign with like hella cap space. Like millions in cap, like a lot of cap space. And you would have a rookie you have a quarterback on that rookie deal, very similar to the uh the daggone the blueprint that's been set. The Mahomes, the hell wasn't Goff on his rookie? Was Goff on his rookie deal? He got paid. I think Goff got paid prior to the
He
Super
just got
Bowl.
paid recently.
Yeah, I think he got paid prior to. But anyway, you got Russell Wilson. So that's three guys, and there's a couple role players in 2021. You got guys like J, JJ Jansen. He's old as hell, but long snapper, he could play forever. Um, there isn't dog. There's just not much there. Okay, there's not much there to sign 2021. But that's you gotta let. Okay, so Goff got paid afterwards. So that's another one. You have to get that rookie. You have to make it to the Super Bowl with the quarterback playing on a rookie deal. You have to find that guy on the rookie deal. And that's what's important. That's what's important. That's how you succeed now. That use that cap space to build. the best damn offensive line you can, the best defensive line you can, get some good cornerbacks, get some safeties, build up the defense. And I saw a stat. That the Chiefs they spent 107 million on their offense. Dave, 107 million. I think that was I think top. It was top five for sure. And I think the other four teams, none of them made the playoffs. None of them cats made the
Yeah.
playoffs. They spent 80 something million on their defense. It's like 80 million on their defense. So they're finding strategic ways. Listen, you gotta spend. You gotta spend. And again, I don't. This is regardless of who the GM is, Jay. I feel you, Jay. I feel you. But this is how it needs to be done. Okay, you have to draft well. You have to get some good picks, man, and you need multiple picks. That's why trading Cam is so important for the rebuild. Listen, I love Cam. I feel y'all. I love Cam, but we gotta look at this with some with take the fan hat off for a second. And look at it logistically. This is how you build. This is how you build a team, and not to mention the coaches get their guys. That's key because when you get other people's guys, it just doesn't work sometimes. Most times it doesn't work when you get other people. You need to build your team. Look at Andy Reid, one holdover. So
That's wild. And it was like this is punter.
a punter.
It was a, that's wild, man.
I mean, and go back. Take. Just look at the example of the Dolphins. Listen, I don't know where they're gonna be in a couple of years, but I like what they have on paper. I like what they have to build with. They traded Tunzel. Everybody thought that was crazy for trading Tunzel, but they traded him while he was hot. They got multiple first round picks. Um, and listen, I didn't
And they
agree
play
with it,
and they played
and
for
they played well. Yeah,
Flores
and they
too.
played well. They played okay, and now they have what couple top 15, two top 15 picks or something like that this year, which they could move up. They could maneuver in the draft. They could do whatever they want. Trade back. It's about acquiring picks, man. Knocking the draft out the park. That's what you got to do. It ain't pretty. It's not gonna be pretty, but we gotta buckle in, strap in. I told y'all that. Strap in. So that's all I got, man. I think that's all I got. Top 20s. Thanks, Miko. Two top 20 picks. That's all I got, Dave. Any thoughts?
Nah, I'm good, man. The future is coming. We gonna know very soon what we looking like in a
That's
couple.
that's just part one. I haven't even gotten to the draft yet. That's just part one. That's what I would do this off season. Um, that's what I would do this off season to get it right, to get us on the right track. And it's not gonna be pretty. That like I told y'all, this year, this coming up year, to me is a lost cause. You got a bunch of inexperienced coaches that don't know what they're doing. They learning how to coach. You're gonna have some inexperienced. It's gonna be a rough season, bro. It's gonna be a rough season. I'm trying to open up the phone lines, but I can't find this daggone. Here we go. It's gonna be a rough season.
Yeah, we gonna be out here struggling,
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly, man.
struggling these streets.
And that's why I'm not opposed to trading back in the draft. Trade back from 7. Let somebody come up, get Tua, whoever their quarterback is. Let somebody come up. Let's trade back, get more picks. You need more picks. So the phone lines are open. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Some of y'all sound scared. Some of y'all sound nervous. Let me know what's up. So they got 3 first round picks. I didn't even know that.
Oh,
Damn.
Dolphins. Oh yeah, they not playing, man. Flores about to build his team. You know Brady about to be out of here. It's gonna be fun to see the Patriots fall to the bottom of the standings.
So phone lines are open.
No,
Hit us up.
Noli,
We
Noli ain't in the chat, man. Must be
no
busy studying.
no he might be doing something. He might be busy. All right.
Jason.
Jay Simp, what's good, bro?
What's
Oh
up,
shoot.
Jason?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What's good, man?
Doing all right, man.
So quickly, because I want to get into kind of a lot of things y'all touched on. First, I know y'all had me out in the show, so appreciate you. But I think Greg should definitely look at Seattle. Um, if they get healthy again, I mean the reason that they overachieved this year largely due to injury. Give Russell Wilson a weapon over the middle of the field. Let those running backs get healthy. The couple injuries they had on the defense, maybe retool that defense line just a little bit, tweak it, and with Russell Wilson can play at the level he's continued to play at, there's no reason that they should not be contending for a deep playoff run. So I think that's a perfect fit for him there.
I don't
Um,
disagree.
I want to be respectful over this next comment because it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. Um, but there is no way on God's green earth that I am giving Christian McCaffrey $18 million a year.
There you go.
Oh no, I'm there. You
Nah,
ain't get
I'm
a
with you.
disagreement for me there.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
uh, Zeke is making $15 million, and the Cowboys are their Super Bowl window is closed. They just don't realize it because they have to pay Dak,
Yep.
and you're just not gonna have the money to keep the pieces together. That offensive line is going to be retooled in Dallas. I don't want to get into Dallas too much. Obviously, we're talking about Panthers, but in a year, I'm ready to move on from Trey Turner. He's been
Hey, man.
lackluster the last
I ain't
2,
mad
3
at you,
years.
bro.
Ever since we paid him,
I ain't
he
mad
ain't
at
been
you.
playing it. I know he had a Pro Bowl, but he's not really had a Pro Bowl level play. If we give Christian a contract, by the time he's at the end of that contract, we're just going to be competing again if everything goes right. And I don't trust everything's going to go right now with this coaching staff. This is going to be a long process.
Hey, let me jump in here real quick, Jason. So it was a comment. It was a comment in the chat that I think Miko said it. So he said, "So y'all down to be the worst team in the league?" Hey, let me tell you this, Miko. What if I told
For a
you
year,
what if I told you we would be Super Bowl champs in 6 years? Would you take that? Because that's what the Chiefs were. 2013, worst team in the league.
It sure was. It
Six
sure
years later,
was.
they
It
yeah,
was
got 6 years
terrible.
later
yeah.
they got a ring.
Because again, I told my whole thing is we can't be in purgatory. We can't be a 6-7 win team with nowhere to go. So yeah, if I remember having to endure, what were we 2-14 one year after we had a big playoff run after Del Holmes crapped the pants versus Arizona.
I don't want to talk
Whatever,
about that.
something awful that
That's
enabled us
Dave's
to
boy.
get Cam Newton. Yeah, we were something awful in it that enabled us to get Cam Newton. You have to be that bad, and it sucks, but that's the reality of the situation. So yeah, I'm trading Cam. I'm trading Christian,
Not mad at it.
and anybody to me is kind of fair game. Like it's a complete rebuild. We don't have a defense.
Nothing.
We don't have a go look at the active players on our defensive line. It's awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't think people are really grasping how bad this roster is, even if you retool.
I'm dangling Kawan Short out there too. I trade him
Yeah,
too.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean,
You can't just cut him. His contract is crazy. My fault.
So yeah, I'm my whole thing is I'm ready for a complete rebuild mode. I'm not giving Christian a contract. And if I'm Christian, let me also be clear. If I'm Christian, I'm not playing with the current contract I'm on.
I ain't
So
playing.
we're gonna. And
First of all,
I don't
brought
blame
this
him.
up last
I
year.
wouldn't either.
First of
y'all told me to hold off on it, but because I was a year early. But if I'm Christian, no, I'm not playing on my current contract.
First
I'm
of
not playing
all,
another down of football.
I'm not playing another down until they pay me, and I'm definitely not playing under this coaching staff, for sure. Y'all gotta
Yeah.
give me the bag. I don't. From his perspective, I wouldn't play another down. Period. Until they gave me the bag.
And I think a lot of people, Christian's a nice guy, clean cut, whatever, good personality.
He ain't
Keep
stupid.
in mind, Christian McCaffrey's a businessman.
Well, yeah, he ain't
He
stupid.
was one of the first people to sit out of bowl games when he was in college. So I expect a holdout this offseason from Christian McCaffrey.
We about to get a bag.
But yeah, that's all I got. That's pretty much it.
All right, man. Good call, man. Appreciate it.
No call. Appreciate your call, man.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe.
All right, man.
Absolutely. Have a good one, boss.
So Jay Sim, the only person gonna call today? Come on, man.
Looks like, cause I don't see Noli in chat.
Y'all
I see
tripping.
Losman in the chat.
Y'all don't see locks.
Maybe
Locks, man.
maybe Locke thought the season's over. Somebody gotta let him know that the season's not over. It's only beginning. And we didn't even talk about the XFL today, man.
I don't know nothing about the XFL. I know my boy Rashad
Well,
Ross played for the XFL.
he does. Who did he play for?
Think DC.
Yeah, he plays for DC.
One of them.
They're saying he's the best wide receiver in the league.
He was the best wide receiver in the other joint, the AAF too.
Yeah, they do. They got daily fantasy, man. I grabbed some lineups. I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna see if I can win me some money this weekend.
All right, now we know what's good.
Yo,
There he is.
Locks,
hey,
man, what's good, bro?
There he is.
I I, I hear y'all talking about Christian McCaffrey. Look, Christian McCaffrey is worth whatever he can get. You feel me? The Panthers don't got too many weapons, yo. They cannot let Christian McCaffrey go. If they feel like he worth 18, hell, he worth more than goddamn. I mean, my bad. He
You
worth
good?
he worth more than Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is a more physical running back. He's a highly drafted running back. Came from a good school. You know, he a talented running back. You know, he probably like one of the top 5 rated running backs that came into the league this upcoming year. But Christian McCaffrey, he's not only a running back, he's a wide receiver. He can do two things very well. He can line up and slide. You can put him in the backfield. Hell, the dude can play quarterback. Shit, he worth 18. Y'all telling me he ain't worth 18? Y'all telling me
That's
y'all
not what
gonna
I
trade
said.
him?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not
I
saying
didn't
he not
say he
worth
wasn't
it.
worth 18. I said I don't
We
think it's
shouldn't
wise
pay
for
him.
us to pay him that
Yeah,
much.
we shouldn't pay him 18. He gonna get paid somewhere. I don't think we should. I think we got other priorities. It don't matter who you put back there. Again, I agree. We are 5-11. We were a 5-11 team with him doing 1K and 1K. It was point. It meant nothing unless we win, and we got to win. So, and I agree. Part of it was health. Cam got to be healthy. Blah blah blah. I get that, but we got other priorities. I'd rather take that 18 million and pay a damn left tackle or something. It's just we got other
I
priorities.
mean, look, we're gonna have almost 60 something $1 million after we get rid of Cam. I know Dave don't want to hear it. I know Dave don't want to hear it. But Dave,
What are you talking about,
Cam
man?
got to go. Cam,
I said he needs to be traded. I said it. I said he needs to be traded. I said we need to trade him.
but
I,
but you said that you said we should keep him. We should keep him this year, or you said we should trade him
I said that we should
for
trade
1 year.
him. But I said if you're going to trade him, it has to be this year, and you have to get more than the third round pick. Period. That's what I said. I think we should trade him.
So if no team is saying, look, Wiggy y'all the second or first, you say keep him,
No, trade him. Trade him.
E- even for a third.
Nah, there's no point of trading him for
Nah,
a third.
not a single
At that
third.
point, you might as well let him play.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my point was, if he plays, he's going to probably try his best to ball, and if he
No,
balls,
not
we're
probably.
going to sign him to a long-term deal.
Not probably, Dave. He will. He's gonna want. He's too competitive. He's too
Yeah,
competitive
man.
for that tank shit. It's not happening. He's gonna ball out.
So you
If he's healthy,
so
he's
you
gonna ball.
so you take those things into account. It's gonna be you gotta. That's gonna, he's gonna be a different animal. He's gonna be different. Period. So
I mean, I don't see him being no better than he was maybe in 2017. Like Cam got a lot of work to do, man. Cam, I don't know, man. They talking about they want to work him out in March
Yep,
or something to see
that's
if
what they
he's
said.
healthy.
Yep,
If y'all gonna rebuild, then rebuild. Like why bring Cam back
I agree.
on a team full of young dudes? You know, offensive line. You know, coming into the year, you know they're going with Greg. You know they're gonna give Greg another shot.
Yep.
They probably gonna bring the dude Paradis back. You got Turner. You got Moten. That's four automatic. So the same offensive line coming back. The only thing you can do is see if Cam can fit in Brady's system. Because I know a lot of people talking about something. See, Cam wasn't going nowhere. Y'all thought he was going somewhere. He can do this in Brady's system. I'm like, look, for one, Cam got to prove he can be healthy. Hell, and even if he is healthy, he got to prove he can throw the ball. Because he hasn't been throwing the ball deep the last 2 years. He's just been in kind of this dink and dunk, throwing it to Christian McCaffrey. And based on what Brady's system is, hell, I don't know if Cam, a lot of people talking about some he run a read zone option. That's what Cam run his whole career. What Cam got to do now is he got to sit in that pocket and learn how to throw the damn ball and stop selling that damn ball and throwing the ball out of reach. What dudes can't catch the ball. He shouldn't need 6'5" receivers to catch the ball. So,
Hey, last
like,
man,
like I said, y'all talking
you
about some
you
old.
you sound
Hey,
you
hey,
sound
hey, look, hey, this is my last one. Look, look,
good.
look, look. Look. I'm talking to Dave, who like all the other dudes that said Brady run a read zone option and Cam can be. I got you. I got you. Hold on. How he can run the read zone system. How he was a former MVP or whatever, yo. But hey, I'm out. I'm out, man. Y'all got me bugging, man. I'm out. I'm
Hey, I was gonna say you sounded somewhat sober until this last couple minutes. You was tripping, bro. What's wrong with you?
nah, cause I'm sitting here, cause like you know how people on Twitter and in the little Panthers groups be talking all crazy. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that, man. I've been trying to tell people, man, like just because Joe Burrow did this, that don't mean Cam gonna do it. But at the end of the day, you know, if they gonna rebuild, go ahead and draft a quarterback and bring Allen and Greer in.
Yep.
Cause I heard Rule is high, I heard he was high on Greer, so you bring those guys back and let them battle it out through camp, and that's a done deal. But yeah, I'm
I
out.
agree.
I'm out though.
All right, man.
But Dave, stay stay off them chocolate things you've been drinking.
Oh, you talking them
Stay
shakes?
off 'em.
Them shakes are dope, man.
Hey,
You hate that? Oh, you
I'm
talking
out.
about
I'm out
chocolate
though. I'm
beers?
out.
All
Oh,
right,
you talking
last
about my
man.
beers?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit drinking the beers, man. I'm gonna quit drinking the beers
Hey,
soon.
yeah, man.
But
You be talking a little crazy though, but I'm out. I'm out.
All right, yo.
all right, have a good one, man.
All right, so that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. Um, as far as the draft, so I've heard a lot of people talking about if we let Cam walk, we should go ahead and try it. And if Tua falls there, we should take him. Dave, what are your thoughts on that?
Look, man. If I stand by this, if Tua falls to 7, that's the pick.
I don't feel good about it. I'm
And
not.
I tell you
Why
what,
why
you
would
know
I?
what makes it even better?
Why would
But
I?
the thing is, it makes it interesting because then if Tua's the pick at 7, right, and then we can't trade Cam, so then Tua gets to sit his year. They're saying that he needs to sit, and then Cam's going to do his little ball status.
Nope. I'm good.
and then that'll be that.
I'm not about to release one injury prone quarterback for another one. Sorry, I'm good on that. My hell of a player could be, but nah, I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
right.
A
That's
hip, bro, like nah, I'm good, bro. I'm cool on Tua, man. He might turn out to be great, but I'm not about to let one. If that's the case, I might as well just keep Cam.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not about to. I'm good. I'm good on Tua, bro. I heard he's working out for the combine too. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd rather just not. I'd rather take like a Jalen Hurts in like the second or third, something like that. If we gonna take a quarterback. Now I would focus on this draft. I will focus solely on the trenches. Fix the trenches. Get you a wide receiver. Draft you a couple weapons. Get you a running back. Um, but I'm trying to get the best defensive lineman, the best offensive lineman I can get, and then we'll just come 2021, we getting the best quarterback, the best quarterback available. That's what I'm rolling with. I don't even want a quarterback this year. I know I've been saying you draft a quarterback every year. That'd be nice if the right one fell, but I'm cool. We gotta fix the trenches, bro.
You about that trenches fixing life, man?
Got to. It's the only way we could do it. We gotta fix the trenches, man. But all right, man. That's all I got. Um, it was nice out. What was the weather like up there,
It's in the. I thought it was in like the 40s. I think
bro?
today.
Day it
I
was
don't
like
pay too much attention. I didn't get to go outside. Like that today
it
during
was
work.
in the
So.
70s today, bro. Here,
Oh yeah, you.
straight
Yeah,
70s. It was
today
nice, super
the
nice
high
outside.
was 46. But for February, that's warm, man.
It's super warm
Like
here.
this bird's still out here, fam.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
birds just
rare.
chirping and shit. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, like there's still birds out. Like we're supposed to get snow on Sunday, but that might not even happen because the high is 40. Like we got a 40. Like it's supposed to be in the 40s for the majority of the week. It's gonna be almost 50 near the end of the week. And 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 uh and that freaking groundhog didn't see his shadow, so we might get an early spring. That'll be
Bro,
great.
spring never. I mean, winter never came, bro.
Well, for y'all, I mean, we've had a couple snow. We had a couple,
We had
not
snow. We
snowstorms.
had
We haven't had
snow.
no blizzards.
We had snow last Friday.
Yeah, but we're not getting like we're getting snow like Greensboro gets snow. Like, we ain't getting the norm. So like most of the new hires are happy because they get to save their days. Yeah, we have 50. We have 50 watchers, man. We got almost 60 watching right now.
All right, man. That being said, we're gonna close it out. Anything else?
I'm good, man.
All right, you want to take us out, Dave?
All right, man. Follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. Um, you can follow me at Champ D1012. You can follow him at So Ambitious if you can remember his password. Um, you can. We're also. I noticed that Apple Podcasts ain't working, man. We gotta look into that.
Yeah, I gotta fix it. I haven't fixed it. I
Yeah,
gotta
I
look at it.
noticed that yesterday, last week. Um, check our Facebook page on Panther Nature Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe on the way out the door. Please like on the way out the door. And always remember, keep pounding.
Keep pounding, people. Shad's playing part 2 next week. I'm gonna take y'all on a journey how to fix this thing. All right, peace out.
That.